could see here. See, that's too short. The earlier one was too wide from Kulasekara, and very little that came pitched in the right areas. So it gave the Indians a good sighter plus a good start.
Yeah, it was a bit of a gamble that Kumar Sangakkara took, isn't it? Because the first half hour was what he was banking on.
It's difficult, RK, because in India, when you play, especially if you play except northern part of India, ball is not going to do much, and whatever grass you usually see, it's not going to really assist the bowler as such. And the wicket looked pretty wide and looked good for batting, and we all know that this is one of the best wicket in the country.
It's quite amazing, because if somebody like Kevin Peterson is watching this game from somewhere, somehow, I think he'll say that we knew what would happen at Rajkot. Now, Sachin Tendulkar took a while going. India had scored about 19 in the first 5, and after that they went ahead and accelerated. What it meant was the bowlers who were eventually going to follow could not afford to bowl a line and length, because such was the carnage that was happening out there in the middle.
It was so important, being the first one-day, first match of the series, that Sri Lanka gained momentum after having won the toss. It seems like only Mr. Gavaskar read the pitch properly, not the two captains. Captains wanted to field.
Yeah, interesting. And we were talking about Jayasuriya was introduced a bit early. Finally, some success came through in the form of Dilhara Fernando, who had pitched that one ball in that good length area. That was the first ball that he pitched in that length area. But talking about Jayasuriya and the other bowlers, straight away prompted Jayasuriya to bowl a bit of a negative line, because that was the only way you're going to contain a batsman of the caliber of Sehwag, if you can, that is.
No, you can't contain him. Doesn't matter where you bowl, he's going to go after you. And you see, he's got so many strokes, and he converts good delivery into stroke play, and his statement is very simple, that the ball was there to be hit.
I know, at the end of the day he'll come out and say that those were bad balls. But yeah, Mahendra Singh Dhoni coming in at number 3, did that surprise you?
It did surprise me, but of course I'm sure the tactic behind that is people would have realized it's a good wicket. You want people who scores fast to get to the middle soon.
Yeah, it's interesting because, and of course, a fine partnership existed between Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Virendra Sehwag. Runs were scored at will. I almost suspected a couple of hairline fractures like that one, because such was the power at which the ball was travelling towards the boundary. It was quite sensational to watch. And this was after India had taken that batting power play. Some amount of sanity did seem to come back when those wickets did fall.
Only the wicket of Sehwag made them really relax a little bit, because as long as he was there, runs were not going to stop. And this is the, I think, great thing with the Indian batting lineup when you have a batsman of his caliber. And you know that if he's there, he'll get 6 to 8 or 10 in over anyway. And with just normal cricket, and the good thing about Sehwag in this inning, right through this inning, that he just played normal cricket. Usually we see him trying to slog and trying to play some awkward shot, which he didn't try today.
Yeah, I mean, yes, wickets kept falling towards the end. It's surprising and interesting to see Harbhajan walk ahead of a Ravindra Jadeja and probably even a Virat Kohli. That was a point when India seemed to slow down in the radars. Rather, Sri Lanka exerted some sort of a pressure, but towards the end, Virat Kohli, after a few lusty blows, got out, and India eventually going past that 400 mark. 414 for 7. That's quite.
Respond to India's total of 414 for 7. Sehwag 146, 69 to Tendulkar. Dhoni 72, 16, 11, 11 to Raina Gambhir. Harbhajan Kohli played a lovely cameo of 27, as did Ravindra Jadeja, 30 not out.
There we have the partnerships. Sehwag and Tendulkar created a good platform up front, 153, followed by another great partnership between Sehwag and Dhoni. And then a few little partnerships, first with Kohli and Jadeja down the bottom there with 34.
Just let gets off the mark. There is a man in the deep, but you'll just watch the ball run away to the boundary.
That's gone through. You beat the infield, you get value for your shots.
Does it have enough to get to the boundary? Long chase. Straight down and doesn't get better. Hits it really hard, but even better was the placement this time from Dilshan.
That direction.
Final leg inside the ring, and it should get to the boundary. Good hit again from Dilshan.
That's another fine shot from Dilshan. That should be another boundary. This is the advantage of the field restrictions for the batsman. Oh! Well, that's slashed away. That's a boundary. Oh, smashed away. 50 for Tilakratne Dilshan. That's another cracking shot. It'll fetch him a boundary. It does. Oh, what a shot.
Sri Lanka to have a chance.
Superb hit. In plenty of sixes. Even better. Just get the elevation required. It's hammered away. Nobody's got a chance. Superb shot. Not too much width to play with, but he's quite easily put it away.
Gets the single. And it's a brilliant 100 here for Tilakaratne Dilshan. It comes of just 73 balls. And he set the tone for what could be a terrific game. The support of the camp. Taranga clears the ground. Stage. And now has reached his half century with that single, and it's come at almost a runner ball, so he's done the job for his side. Again, goes straight. Over extra cover, beats long off. Again, times it well and clears the boundary. That's gone. That's the breakthrough India were looking for. Would have been a brilliant catch. Sangakkara hit straight back. Zahir just gets a fingertip to it.
Turning out to be an exciting match. That's a big one. That's also gone out of the ground. That's a beautiful hook shot. It's up in the air. The Dil scoop. But put the pressure on the Sri Lankans. Not this one. Nobody can stop that. Oh, that's a slog. That is a 6. 50 for Sangakkara. The second fastest by a Sri Lankan batsman.
Beautiful placement. You talked about placement. How good is that? Over mid-on for 4. Goes again. This is 6. Even bigger. Over cover for more. He gets one there. He's just dealing in boundaries at the moment. That's up in the air. This should be taken. Should be. So Sri Lanka's most capped player comes out to the middle. Oh, that's a good hit. Very good hit for 6. It's the bounce structure. Beautifully bowled. Slow through the air.
Full toss. Hasn't timed it too well, but still good enough to get a boundary. And he's knocked him over. A great innings comes to an end, but you'd have to say Dilshan got it wrong. Losing 3 wickets. Playing the first one hard. He wants to. And this is gone for me. He's gone upstairs.
For the wicket where the ball skids off. And yes, Javadana will have to go.
It's in the gap and it'll be 4 more. Poor delivery from Era. Oh, sloppy. Leading edge, just wide of point. Just clears the man a shot finally.
And that should be a close one. Direct hit. And I think Kandambi's gone.
Poor running between wickets. You've got to ground your bat.
Another fine over and another chance of a run out. And yes, it will be a run out. He's out. Caught up mid-wicket. Full toss. And the ball went straight to Tendulkar. And India have won. Just a single. Great effort this by the Sri Lankans. India have won by 3 runs. So that's the match summary for you. India, thanks to Sehwag's 146, Dhoni's 72, and Tendulkar 69, got to 414 for 7. Sri Lanka, what a spirited reply, 411 for 8. Dilshan 160, Sangakkara the captain 90, Taranga 67. The top 3 of